Hi guys, this is the first time I've decided to make a YouTube video. I've always really enjoyed watching tech review videos, comparisons, other people's personal views on particular devices, and I quite often use those videos as research to help me make decisions on maybe my next purchase or if I'm considering switching to something new. So I've always thought I'd quite like to make my own, share my own views, so I've decided to give it a go. So this video is going to share with you my main personal reasons for recently switching from the Garmin Vivoactive 5 to the new Apple Watch Series 10. One of the first reasons for switching back to the Apple Watch is that I personally prefer the small rectangular design. Compared to the circular design on the Vivoactive 5, I just think it looks nicer, I like how it sits on my wrist, and particularly with the new Apple Watch Series 10 being much thinner than previous watches, you really do notice the difference comfort-wise. Another reason for me is that I personally prefer the screen on the Apple Watch. It feels a lot nicer, the touchscreen's a lot smoother. The Garmin was noticeably more laggy, not as responsive when using the touchscreen. The new Apple Watch Series 10 features Apple's first wide-angle OLED display and the screen is a lot brighter, meaning that when you view it from an angle, that quick glance looking at your wrist, the screen's much easier to read. This is really noticeable for me compared to the Vivoactive 5. Another reason for me was Apple Pay. In the UK, Garmin Pay is only really supported by a small number of card issuers, so quite a few of the UK major banks don't support this. This is particularly useful for me when I'm out walking my dog Nelly. I don't often take my phone, but if I need to grab something from the shop, it's simple to do with having my cards on my watch. I really did miss this feature when I was using the Garmin Vivoactive 5. Another personal preference for me was that I heavily use Apple Reminders and Apple Calendar, and I found that with the Apple Watch, the integration there is much smoother. I do recognise that this is me very much in the Apple ecosystem, but again, I'm quite happy to be there. Another seemingly small reason for me, but quite an influencing factor for deciding to switch to the Apple Watch, was around personalising notifications. I found with the Garmin Vivoactive 5 used on iOS, you only had the option to choose notifications for all apps or none. Whereas using the Apple Watch, you have the option to mirror your iPhone settings in terms of notifications, or to select each individual app and decide which one sends notifications to your watch. Personally, I don't like texts and chats coming to my watch. I just like to have call notifications, my Ring doorbell and my bank so that I can keep up to date with spending in real time. Another reason that I was drawn more to the Apple Watch is widgets. Garmin don't seem to offer, and I don't think have ever offered, as far as I'm aware, the ability to use widgets on any device. I do like to have a quick view of statistics, maybe steps, activity, or daily exercise goals. With all of this though, there are definitely features and things that I did prefer about the Garmin Vivoactive 5 too. Firstly, without a doubt, that is battery life. One of the things I really did enjoy while using the Vivoactive 5 was the long battery life. I'd get around 5 to 7 full days of charge before needing to put the watch on charge. This would include daily sleep tracking 3 workouts out of those 5 to 7 days, and a daily walk. So with this in mind, what did draw me back to the Apple Watch Series 10 was that although the battery life isn't that much improved, they do now support faster charging. Apple say it's their fastest charging watch ever, with up to 80% charge within 30 minutes. And this is something that fits really nicely with my morning routine, so it doesn't really cause an issue for me having to charge it daily. So I can really use my watch all day to track a daily walk, receive specific notifications, also to track workouts but not daily, and still have enough charge to then track my sleep overnight. In the morning, it fits in nicely where I get up, I have a coffee, I like to sit and read or do a puzzle, and this is the time where I can quickly charge my watch ready for the day within a really short amount of time. Another personal preference for me in terms of Garmin is the actual layout of the data within the app. Garmin Connect compared to Apple Health and Apple Fitness just seems a lot more organised, a lot tidier and a lot cleaner. For me, Apple Health still feels quite chaotic, and I find it really quite frustrating that they still have 2 separate apps for health data and fitness data. So those are my reasons for switching and some of the things that I like about both watches. So far, I'm really happy with the Apple Watch Series 10, and I'm yet to miss the Garmin Vivoactive 5. I know that the Apple Watch Series 10 has a lot of cool new features, and I've only been using this for about 3 or 4 days, so I'm really excited to continue using it and explore all of the nice new features. I really like the new jet black finish on the aluminium. I think it looks really nice and really smart, and in my opinion, even though the titanium finish looks great, for me it's not worth the price difference. I'm also excited to take a look at the new Vitals app within the watch, where it helps to identify changes in daily health. It captures key overnight health metrics on your wrist, which includes heart rate, respiratory rate, wrist temperature and sleep duration, which can all be indicators that something's not quite right and maybe we're coming down with something. So I'm really excited to use this. You do need to have 7 days worth of sleep data, so I haven't used this feature yet. I also really like on the Series 10 that you can now pause your ring streaks. Previously, when I've used the Apple Watch Series 7, I had a really good streak of closing my Apple rings and I really enjoyed sticking to that. Then I was really disappointed one day while I was on holiday. I forgot to close all my rings, and now you can pause that to adjust to your lifestyle and keep achieving your goals. So hopefully this video was helpful if you're maybe making a decision between an Apple Watch or a Garmin watch. Let me know what you guys think and share your own personal preferences with either the Apple Watch or the Garmin or even another watch down in the comments. Thanks for watching.